what a moment as well inside that stadium. Wow, it looked like it was just unbelievably loud. It was his 8th World Cup goal. He equaled Diego Maradona's record. Lionel Messi is now both the youngest, listen to this, the youngest at 18 years old, 357 days versus Serbia, that was in 2006, and the oldest at 35 years, 155 days versus Mexico, of course. He's the youngest and the oldest player to score and assist in a single World Cup game since the start of the 1966 tournament.
Yep. It's an incredible record, isn't it?
It doesn't just roll off the tongue, that stat either, does it?
No.
We noticed. Yeah.
Quite difficult to say it. Anyway, look, Stuart, you were at the game. What was it like?
The atmosphere, the intensity of the atmosphere. I mean, I went metro and to get there, metro and bus, I think, to get there, and it was absolutely fantastic. I've got to say, it was bouncing.
Yeah.
The atmosphere between the fans. The stadium itself is where the final is at Lusail.
Yeah.
Incredible. And the amount of fans, I think what you've got is a vast amount of travelling fans from both countries, not just Argentina. The Mexican fans,
they travel,
made
mate.
it.
Yep,
they travelled. And you've got a load of floating fans here that put all the gear on. On the train on the way going to it, there was a group of lads that had put what they thought was Argentinian colours on and flags, and they had Uruguay on. They've got the wrong kit, you know what I mean? But listen, the atmosphere was brilliant. The pressure that was on the Argentinians was there. You could feel it. They had to win, otherwise potentially going home, all finished. And to be fair to the Mexicans, I mean, as a spectacle, the first half weren't great. But if you're a coach and you're looking at finite things within it, like myself, and you're thinking the defensive work of the Mexicans, it was a real niggle game between two South American teams. It was just a brilliant game. And I felt a little bit sorry for Mexico, really, because there was very little in the game. And then Messi's unloaded a sidewinder into the bottom corner, which, because it's Messi, people think it was a better goal than it actually was. There was a kid, I think it was Fernandez, scored a goal after that, was far better than Messi's goal.
Of course it was.
Went
amazing,
straight under the
brilliant
radar.
goal.
Yeah.
But Messi's goal changed the course of that game and literally won the game for Argentina and relieved all the pressure.
Yeah.
But there's still, you're right, but there's still pressure on them in the final game, because they've got to get a result again in the final game.
You lose the first game, you've got to win the next two,
Correct.
basically. So you're right, there is big pressure. I can't see him tripping up. I think it's Poland.
Yeah,
I think.
Poland.
Well, I can't see him tripping up in that. But you're right what you say. They've only got 3 points. Poland have got more points than them. Poland, I think, a point will get us out. That type of thing. It'll be another pressurised.
Talking about that as well, Pearce, I've got to say I loved the reaction of Lewandowski for his goal.
Oh, emotional, wasn't he?
Oh, it was, because it was his first goal, obviously, in the World Cup. And I just love the fact, I think it was his 77th international goal, whatever it was. You could just see how much it meant to him. You think this guy scored at every level and every competition, but this clearly meant so much to him. It was great to see.
It was. Just a recap of that group then. Group C looks like this. Poland are at the top with 4 points. And then you've got Argentina and Saudi Arabia, second and third, just goal difference separating them. They've both got 3 points. Mexico down at the bottom. Do you think sometimes teams like Argentina play better when you've got that pressure on them? Or what was wrong with them in the first game? Because people were describing it to us that, it looked like they weren't even trying. It looked like they were in an exhibition match.
I think it's so easy. They're pitched up against Saudi Arabia, so you think, well, this is a comfortable 3 points. And in the modern game, if you're 2% off it mentally, you know that, Ali.
Sure, with Japan, Germany, same thing.
Yeah, if you're 2% off it, you can't just pick it up and turn a switch. It don't work like that, and that was the symptoms of it. And these lesser nations, and I use that respectfully, are a lot closer to the bigger nations now. Yeah. They're well organised, they're well drilled, they've got players playing around the world, and
fit, aren't they, as well?
That is a massive thing. Yeah. The energy of the press.
One of the biggest stats I looked at, Pearce and Laura, that surprised me, certainly opened my eyes, was the Japanese squad. I think in the tournament that they hosted back whenever it was with South Korea, 2002. I think there was only 4 of their players playing abroad. I think there's something ridiculous. I think it's 19 now of the 26 are abroad, and 8 of them are playing in Germany.
Wow.
So as you say, they're far travelled now in international football.
Yeah.
Stuart, I wanted to ask you about this. There's reports that Lionel Messi could potentially be going to Inter Miami. He's got a house out there, a holiday home. Him and his family like to spend a lot of time out there. We had someone on earlier on, a French football expert, Julien Laurent, you might know him. He was saying he's got 3 options. You're laughing at the way I pronounce his name.
You threw it in heavy. It was good. It was impressive.
I really went for
Laurent.
it.
Yeah.
Laurent. 3 options. He could either stay where he is.
Baguette hit me just after she pronounced it, by the way. And the beret and onions arrived. It was incredible.
He could either stay because he can activate it last year in his contract at PSG, or he could go back to Barcelona. So he's got 3 options. If you were him, what would you do?
I stay in Europe.
Yeah.
Personally. He's got plenty of time to go and do that. Listen, Moyes has got holiday home in Florida. Don't mean he's going there. Don't worry about that.
That was, I asked Julian the question, right?
Nice.
I said to him, because he obviously sees a lot more, I said, is it the right time for him? You know, because sometimes players, and he went far from it.
Yeah.
He said he's been brilliant this year with PSG so far. Yeah. So that would back up.
Why wouldn't you want to stay at the highest level of football? You know,
Correct.
As I say, there'll be plenty of time for him to go wherever
100%.
he wants after that.
Exactly. Do you think sometimes these kind of things are thrown in there so that they can, I don't know, get a better deal or get more? Because if Barcelona want him back, like, would you go back to Barcelona if you were Lionel Messi?
Me as a player, I'll turn around. There's a couple of things that would guide me and have over my career. Where am I happy playing football, and where have I got most chance of winning things? You know, and that's, and thirdly, and probably more importantly, does it affect my international career? Well, obviously it doesn't with him, but I think in Europe is where he should be playing his football at the highest level as long as he possibly can.
Yeah,